Man City 4, Chelsea 2. Let's talk about it. Well, aren't we glad that that is a pre-season game, because my God, were Chelsea awful defensively today. Not only did we concede 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of this match, we conceded 2 goals in the same minute. An absolute joke at the back. What a shambles. The first goal, you can argue whether it's a penalty or not. The fact is, it was given, and you shouldn't be making challenges like that in the box. Anyway, we know what referees are like in this state of football. But the problem is, we should never have got in that position in the first place. What was Tosin doing with that hospital ball? He literally tried clearing it against a City player at the penalty spot. It then bounces to Haaland, who's always in and around the box at the right place at the right time, and forces Colwell to make some sort of challenge that he probably shouldn't have been challenging. But either way, that penalty could have been completely avoided. Haaland obviously scores that penalty. Then the referee makes him retake the penalty. I don't really know why they made him retake it, but he scores the second one. Sanchez does get a hand to it, not a strong enough hand to it. Haaland scores. Great, we're 1-0 down. But then what happens next is Caicedo gives Haaland the ball at the edge of the box, and Haaland goes, "Thank you very much." First time finish on his weaker foot, puts it past Sanchez, 2-0 down within the first 5 minutes. Look, I know it's pre-season, and I've said through the whole pre-season tournament that it's not that deep when it comes to the results. It's all about fitness, tactics, systems, formations, the best 11 we can have. But you do want to start seeing some cohesion with those tactics, formations, and players. And we saw the system work very well against Club America. We saw it work not so well against Celtic, and again against City. Now, I will say that we conceded 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. Disastrous start. We did grow into that first half. The first 15 minutes, we looked very shaky and not so confident on the ball. Conceding 2 goals off the bat doesn't help with that, but we did grow into that first half. We did create some chances going forward, but nothing clear cut. And that was kind of it for the first half. Caicedo looked rusty. Enzo looked miles off it. Lavia played well considering everyone around him played so poorly. Gusto inverting from the left didn't seem to work today. Again, we grew into the game and he got better at that, but we just got exposed. City know this system better than anyone because Pep created this system. And when you have an imitation of a system, they never compare to the original. We then start the second half and concede 2 more goals in 2 minutes. Don't worry, this time it wasn't a penalty. It was just Chelsea defending poorly, not picking up that man, not tracking back, bad passing, no spatial awareness, and we concede 2 more goals. But again, we did grow into the game in the second half. We managed to get 2 goals. We had a big change. We had Sterling and Nonu Madueke come on for either wings in that second half, and they both got on the score sheet and made a massive difference tonight. I think Nkunku plays well as a 9, but plays a lot better when he's behind the strikers. Mudryk looks lost. I don't know where he fits in this system. Every game he's played, he looks like a lost little boy. And I kind of feel for him because we all want him to do well. And this season should be his breakout season. But in this pre-season tournament, he's looked so lost. In the first half, we had KDH on the left wing. And I don't think it worked nowhere near as well as him playing as one of those advanced 8s. He knows the system inside and out. And I don't think he's a natural left winger. No doubt if he is, people will correct me in the comments. But compared to someone like Sterling and even Mudryk to a degree, who is more natural being a winger and being out wide, it really didn't work in that first half. And in the second half, with Sterling coming on and Madueke coming on that right-hand side, very direct. Again, a little frustrating with some of their sort of final passes, final touches, but they both got on the score sheet with very good finishes tonight. Tosin had a pretty bad game today, which is, you know, a first for him. He's been very, very solid since he's played in a Chelsea shirt. I'm not going to hold anything against him. It is what it is. We didn't play well as a unit today. Man City picked us apart and they capitalised on our mistakes. Enzo did miss a chance that 9 times out of 10 he would score when he tried lofting over the keeper into an empty net and it went just wide. And Guiu had a chance which he probably should have buried. But again, he's 18, he's young. There's no real pressure on him, or there shouldn't be. One of those days it would have gone in. Today it just didn't. Like I said, we grew into these halves individually after we made our mistakes, and we were just fighting an uphill battle the entire time. But to get 2 goals back shows some character, and it shows that we can get the system to work when we don't make these silly mistakes at the back. As a whole, Chelsea didn't play too well. Wasn't overly impressed. We did well to come back. Like I said, we grew into the halves, but way off where we need to be for the first game of the season. And don't worry, we will not be playing like we did tonight against City in the first game of the season. I can promise you that. We have 2 more games coming up and we will fix things. Maresca likes to change things when he sees errors, and I like that. But one thing to note is Chelsea had more possession than Man City across the whole 90 minutes, which doesn't mean anything really in terms of winning, but it does show that this system with Maresca's system being possession-based, that it's starting to show through. The players understand that. And to have more possession than Man City is quite impressive, regardless if it's pre-season or not, because they're also a possession-based team. So there are a few positive, but not many. But even though it was still pre-season, I wasn't overly impressed. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Did you guys watch the game? What were your thoughts? Who do you think played well? Who do you think played terribly? Let me know in the comments. I love having a conversation with you guys. And if you are new around here, make sure you hit that follow button.
How are you getting beaten this badly in a friendly game? Man City were beating Chelsea by 4 goals, 4-0, and Haaland scored. So therefore, City scored 2 goals in 1 minute. Chelsea really held 4 goals to Celtic and have held 4 to Man City and drew to Wrexham. This club cannot be saved no matter what manager they have or who they sign. People are going to say, oh, it's a friendly. Listen, when you have a new manager, it is very important to understand the style of play the manager wants to have, and you saw it with Arne Slot. He beat Arsenal. Chelsea, however, have only beaten Club America, and they're not exactly that good. You can't lose 4 to Celtic and then Man City 4 as well. It shows that your style of play, what the manager wants to play, is not good, and you're going to be conceding goals left, right and centre no matter how good offensively you play. The defensive aspect is a joke, and Chelsea have had defensive issues since Tuchel left, and it seems like they're going to continue for the foreseeable future.
Apart from individual errors, which I believe that the coach is going to definitely work on, he is definitely going to critically work on it before the league starts. And if he fails to do so, problem go there for this team while they see so. Another thing you need to look at is his style of play, particularly on the side of this inverted style of play. Shey na something we go work with our boys, and na something we go rub off on the boys. If you have been following Reece James closely, you go notice say Reece James no attack again, and that is something he is good at as a defender. He doesn't attack anymore. But what do I know? Let's see what will happen when the league officially starts. But if na this leg where we use play Manchester City, we go use start the league, we go chop am woto. Let us be factual with this. We go chop am woto. And when you look at our boys, particularly Enzo Fernandez, give him time. In which time you won't give him again for him to improve at Chelsea? He is not Chelsea standard. I don't know what Chelsea is going to do, but Enzo Maresca shouldn't even waste his time on him. Gallagher, do you people still want to sell him? Because now Gallagher, I believe, say, get the strength to mark. Use Gallagher over Enzo. Lavia and Moises Casido go still start. They know what to do. As a defensive midfielder, they will give you the job you need. Sterling and Madueke definitely starting for us, because only 2 of them don't show maturity. Make nobody even see anything about Madueke. As they came on during the second half, they changed the game. Those Brihal where would they talk say yes, you understand what Enzo Maresca they do. Make we still they watch him. As time they go, make we still they watch him. I can't wait for Kopama to come back. Let's see what Kopama can actually do under this new regime. But for now, on the attacking side, give it up for Madueke and Sterling. And I am particularly happy that Enzo Maresca is getting it right on the aspect of attack. We are really looking dangerous on the aspect of attack. But our defense still there, Paul. We need to work on our defense, and we need to do it pretty fast before the league starts. And our appeal to Enzo Maresca to bring back Chalobah. I don't know what Chalobah do. Tosi never blended in. No, Tosi has not blended in. I'm telling you this for a fact. Tosi has not blended in. We need Chalobah that's already understood this Chelsea team. Is he going to adapt into what Maresca is doing? I don't know, but let's bring him back. He's better than what we have on ground right now. But what's your thought on today's game overall? Are you happy with the way we are playing on the attack? Are you okay with our defense? What can you say Enzo Maresca need to do in order for us to look dangerous, in order for us to get ready for the new season? I will be waiting to hear from you. And on this note, of course, I will see you on the next one.